What if I told you the most influential molecule on Earth, the one behind life, storms, and your constant need to pee during movies, can't even hold a proper shape? It doesn't have bones, it doesn't have a brain, it barely has rules. And yet it invented everything. Before cells, before DNA, before nature got weird about legs and lungs. Water was already doing the thing. Today we're diving into the wettest, most underappreciated force in the universe. The one that flows, freezes, and occasionally ruins your shoes. So hit that like button, subscribe, and take a sip of water. It's the least you can do. After all, it's been carrying the biological load since before Earth had continents. Water didn't start on Earth. Hydrogen, the H in H2O, is the most common element in the universe. It formed minutes after the Big Bang. Oxygen came later, forged in dying stars that exploded and sprinkled it across galaxies like dramatic space confetti. And when hydrogen met oxygen in the right conditions, boom, water. Comets, asteroids, and cosmic dust brought this combo to Earth in the planet's chaotic youth. Basically, the universe's version of pouring Red Bull into a lava lamp. And that's how Earth got wet. Water is weird. Like, suspiciously weird. Most substances get denser when they freeze. Water? Nope. Ice floats. That's why lakes freeze on top, not bottom, saving life beneath from becoming a biological popsicle. Why? Hydrogen bonds. Each water molecule is slightly lopsided like a bent snowman. The oxygen side is negative. The hydrogen side is positive. So they form a sticky, temporary cuddle pile. These bonds stick together, cohesion, stick to other stuff, adhesion, pull water upward against gravity, capillary action, and make your clothes cling weirdly after laundry. Basically, water has emotional range. Water isn't just moist, it's ruthless. It's called the universal solvent because it breaks almost everything down. Salts, sugars, acids, you name it. Put something in water and chances are it will fall apart. Politely, molecule by molecule. Why is this important? Because life needs chaos. Enzymes, nutrients, and proteins don't interact in tidy stacks. They slosh, they bounce, they drift. And water? Water makes that possible. It turns complex chemistry into a molecular rave. Without it, your cells would be just sacks of dry dust with a Wi-Fi signal. Let's talk about why ice floats again, because it's weirdly important. Most liquids solidify and sink when they freeze. But not water. Ice forms a crystalline structure that's less dense than the liquid form, so it sits on top, like a frozen lid. This single property is why lakes, ponds, and oceans don't freeze solid every winter. That protective top layer insulates the water below, and the squishy life inside. Without floating ice, Earth's oceans would have frozen from the bottom up. Life would have been squished into an icy coffin penguins would have had nowhere to walk smugly. Ice doesn't just keep things cold, it keeps life possible. Water can absorb an obscene amount of heat without changing temperature quickly. It's called high specific heat, and it's the reason. Oceans don't boil when the sun shines. Your body doesn't catch fire when you run. The weather isn't just fire and ice 24/7. Water stabilizes temperatures like a therapist for the climate. It says, breathe. Let's process this heat slowly. That's why coastal areas don't have extreme weather swings. It's why your body, 60% water, can function without sudden meltdowns. It's why steam rooms feel like a gentle hug from a swamp. And without it, life would just be panic and sunburn. Once Earth cooled down, relatively speaking, all that imported cosmic water settled in the lowest places. We call them oceans. Earth calls them the default setting. Water covered nearly the entire surface. Land? Just a hobby. And while the land was still figuring out what it wanted to be when it grew up, the oceans were already busy inventing life. We're talking hydrothermal vents spewing mineral-rich soup, lightning striking puddles like chaotic chemistry gods, simple molecules bumping into each other in an endless wet rave. Eventually, something clicked. Some molecules started copying themselves, and thus began life in the form of the first arrogant bubble of organic goo. Cells didn't start as precise, well-engineered capsules. They started as microscopic jelly blobs that didn't want to dissolve. Water made it all possible. It gave these blobs a safe liquid medium to float in, the ability to absorb nutrients and kick out waste away to host reactions without melting. And inside? Water-filled sacks holding other water-based machinery. Life didn't just start in water, it copied water. Every cell is basically a watery homage to the ocean it came from. You're not walking around in a body, you're a glorified mobile aquarium. As life got more complex, it didn't ditch water. It got creative with it. Blood. Just water with red accessories and dramatic urgency. Sweat. Water's way of saving you from heat stroke while also ruining shirts. Tears, emotionally charged saline essential for crying during Pixar movies. Even your breath involves water. Every exhale is a puff of invisible steam. You are a mist machine with a Netflix subscription. Your joints? Lubricated by water. Your eyes? Bathed in water. Your digestion? A chemical wet bar. Take out the water and you're a dusty raisin with teeth. Water doesn't force, it flows. And evolution? It paid attention. Many life systems mimic water strategies. Blood vessels branch like rivers, lungs spread like delta systems, brains transmit like ripples. Even your nervous system echoes aquatic flow patterns. Nature didn't invent new designs. It said, let's just do what water does but louder. Organs circulate, cells communicate, ecosystems balance, all by copying the quiet persistence of water. And this trend never stopped. Let's be honest. Human civilization looked at water and said, I want to be like that. We built plumbing canals, fountains, sewer systems, entire cities near coasts and rivers. Then we overdid it. We dammed rivers, polluted oceans, drained wetlands, and decided bottled water was a good business model. We tried to copy water, but forgot the part about balance. Water flows, we hoard, water cools, we overheat. Water gives life. We sell it in plastic. Spoiler, water noticed. The water cycle is one of Earth's greatest design features. There are no moving parts, no batteries required, and yet it powers climate, agriculture, mood swings in toddlers and thunderstorms. It goes like this. Evaporation, water turns into vapor in leaves. Ghost-style condensation. That vapor becomes clouds and loiters ominously. Precipitation, rain, snow, sleet, or surprise hail. Runoff, water slides down mountains, goes sightseeing infiltration. Some water seeps into the soil like it's late for an appointment. Then the whole thing starts over. No user manual, no complaints department. And all of this began long before humans learned how to boil pasta. Water looks gentle, soft, flowy, kind of emotionally unstable. But give it time and it will destroy everything in its way, politely. Rivers carve canyons, rain erodes cliffs, glaciers, frozen water still counts. Grind entire continents. The Grand Canyon? Not built by giants. Built by water that just kept showing up and asking, can I pass through here? For a few million years. Water doesn't need speed. It has patience, gravity, and absolutely no chill. Weather is just water having emotions. Clouds? Moody airborne puddles. Fog? Water doing a dramatic whisper. Hurricanes? Water having a full breakdown while spinning. Most weather phenomena boil down, literally, to what water is doing and how much heat it's absorbing, releasing, or flinging at us sideways. Water fuels, rainforests, droughts, floods. Awkward first dates where it starts raining for no reason. It is both gift and punishment, a friend and a threat. It ruins picnics and grows the food you were going to eat at them. Yes, Earth is the blue planet because of water. From space, it looks like a marble dipped in ocean. There's more liquid surface here than rock. Most planets? Dusty, icy. Full of regret Earth? 70% water, 100% extra. And yet we live on the dry bits, barely aware that all this blue wetness is the reason we're not crispy space jerky. Fun fact, every drop of water you drink has been through a dinosaur, a cloud, possibly your neighbor's tap, the deep sea. A fish, statistically speaking, water doesn't die. It cycles, which means your morning coffee is cosmically reused. Despite all this, humans still act like we own water. We bottle it, sell it, overuse it, contaminate it, argue about it, and sometimes forget to drink it at all. We irrigate deserts, drain aquifers, and stare at the ocean while saying, I wish it were clean. We call it a resource. But water doesn't need us, we need it. You are a walking sack of saline running on damp chemistry. And yet we treat water like it's an afterthought, until it disappears, floods your basement, or comes out brown. Respect the drip. It was here before you, it'll be here after. Water has no agenda, no ambition, no social media. But it built biology, invented systems, outlived continents, gave us weather, sweat, oceans, moods, and coffee. Everything you are and everything you've ever done happened in water because of water or near water. So next time you pour a glass, remember, it isn't just water. It's the ancient mastermind you copied your entire biological existence from. Hit like if you've ever cried, sweated, or stepped in a puddle that was deeper than it looked. Subscribe if your body is at least 60% confusion and hydration. And as always, stay hydrated. Because if you evaporate, the water will simply find someone else to work with.